Hi there, I'm James, your growth executive, to walk you through this resource and invite you to a workshop. We will actually do this together live. If you're brave enough to raise your hand, I will bring you on stage and we will actually use your pipeline and your examples to really unpack our opportunities for growth. Now, okay, so let me scroll down here to my iPad and show you how this resource works. Pretty straightforward, but we're going to start with the 3 ways to fill our funnel that's most common. Okay, so there's free strategies, there's paid strategies, and of course there's partnership strategies to fill our marketing funnel. Now, within that, of course, we want to acquire a prospect or a donor, potentially a lead, if you would. We want to move them or convert them to a conversation, have them book a call, make a donation, whatever that looks like for your organization, kind of however you convert that, if you would. And then we want to engage or follow up to move or expand that relationship to the next step. So don't worry, I have listed out some of the most common strategies or some of the most common tactics, if you would, around acquisition, of course, conversion tools, and then follow up or engagement there. So you can kind of pick some, just work there to kind of identify the ones that you're currently using. Now, in my example here, I'm going to say content. So let's say I do pretty good search engine optimization. They call it search or SERP. We'll just say content to keep it simple. So I'm really good at blogging, and I get a lot of content of eyeballs on my website. I have pretty good traffic to my website. Once they're on my website, I typically convert them to email, newsletter. So I'll just do a news like that. And then once they're in that, I use maybe potentially automation to nurture them. To get them to potentially book a call or again make a donation or a purchase, whatever that looks like. Okay, for paid, of course, I've got Google ad grants, so that's pay per click. I get them to download maybe a lead magnet. We're going to talk about that specifically, but I get them to download something. Download. Okay, so they give me their email in exchange for something, and then once they do, I nurture them again using a series. To ultimately nurture them to a conversion event down the road or to an engagement event down the road. Maybe with partners, I like to run webinars is one of my favorite strategies with webinars with partners. I get them, of course, to download a lead magnet again. Don't you love my handwriting? This would be so much fun. Okay, so I get them to download a lead magnet on my webinars, and then of course I get them to book a call. Or I make an offer, whatever that looks like. Again, these are just some rough ideas. We'll work through your example specifically. Now, here's where this becomes really fun to create clarity over the next 90 days. We're going to color code these green, yellow, and red. Are we doing really, really well? We're full go. Green is for go. It's also for money. Man, James, we are spot on. When it comes to content, whoa, look at that. That's not what I meant to do. That would be terrible. Okay, we're going to say green here. James, we are doing so good on content. Absolutely amazing. You would be you'd really impressed with you read our blog. But when it comes to email newsletters and getting our open rates up on email, not so much. We could really use some help there. We're not even sure if we're doing well. We kind of need to figure that out. But as we do, we know some people are opening our emails. We just don't think enough. So we'll talk about kind of ways to improve that. Boy, the automation seems like it just never goes anywhere. Like we get all these subscribers to our blog, we get all these the email addresses, but we can't seem to move them to take action, make a donation, purchase, book an appointment, whatever that looks like. Okay, so clearly we're not winning in that category. Maybe over here, we're really good at getting people to download a lead magnet, but man, we're just not so great at PPC, at pay-per-click. And again, when it comes to nurturing, I find that often how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you're not great at automation for engagement, probably not going to be good at nurturing either. That's okay. Take heart, my friend. We'll work on that together. So you get the idea. So you're going to color code these and work on different areas where maybe you're, again, I've got to get my fat fingers here to work. But you may find that, hey, these are some areas where we could really use some help. Okay, so what we're going to do then is in the next 90 days, we're going to map out a plan for you of where you need to focus on the greens first to connect the dots so that you get 3 greens in a row, kind of like you're playing bingo. And we're going to move the yellows to green and the reds to yellow, up ultimately to green to see where we can double down and grow your revenue with some reliable certainty over the coming weeks. Now, pretty straightforward. Again, if you have any questions on these different strategies, maybe these are new to you, feel free to circle them. Whoa, again, me and this pen, not agreeing together. Feel free to circle these and send them to me. I am happy to work with you or send you some videos I can send you a chapter from my playbook, for example, that's relevant to that particular area to give you something to think about. And then in our workshop, we're going to talk about some of these specifically and how you can work to score these and to elevate these in your practices over the next 90 days. I'm James, a growth executive. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email. I look forward to seeing you at the workshop. Short version of my background is this. I work with revenue operations or sales and marketing teams that often work disjointed and not really together. I work to bring them together with an agile or a very systematic process whereby we identify our quick wins, how we're going to convert the most amount of traffic, starting with our acquisition strategies, and really work as a team over the next 2 weeks or the 3-4 weeks to really drive those results so that we have a clear plan over the next quarter, and then ultimately have clarity and visibility into our pipeline to be able to predict with some confidence where our revenue is coming from and how we're going to do as a team. I'm James at thegrowthexecutive.com. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I look forward to seeing you at the event, and we will work on this together. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.